Alright, this is my WrestleMania prediction video. I'm going to try to keep it short. I'm not going to really go into too much detail about it. I'm just going to give you my predictions, what I think is going to happen, what I think the show is going to be, if I think it's going to be any good or not. I'll just start off and tell you, I think this is going to be the best WrestleMania we've seen in a long time, since probably 18. I think every match has been built very, very well. Even the stupid Teddy Long versus John Laurinaitis match, I think it's been built really well. So I'm really looking forward to it. So the first match is the Divas match. Not really worth it. Probably won't get that long. I'm assuming Maria Menounos will get the pin and the win in 5 minutes maybe. Team Teddy and Team Laurinaitis. Team Laurinaitis is far more stacked than Team Teddy. And I can't see Teddy Long running both shows, but I feel like they might win. But when I just think about it, there's no way Teddy Long is going to be running both shows. Teddy Long is a stupid, boring character, and John Laurinaitis is, even though he sucks at life, he still at least gets a good reaction of heat from the fans. So I assume, that's my guess, is that Team Johnny will win. And from what I understand, it's not an elimination match, so who knows how long it'll go. It could go, 10, 15 minutes and everybody gets in, or it could go like 5 minutes and, David Otunga pins Zack Ryder or something stupid like that. I really wish Khali wasn't in it. I feel like that's just a stupid waste of a spot. But whatever. I don't really care about this match. Team Johnny will win. Randy Orton versus Kane. I said this from the beginning, before this match was even remotely on the radar, that they should do this. It's perfect. They didn't really have anything else for Randy Orton or Kane, so I figured that they're two big stars that they would put on a pretty good match. Depending on how long it gets, Orton's winning. Kane doesn't have a chance. Orton's gonna win. Orton will go over. It's a no-brainer. Depending on if it gets 10-15 minutes, I think it'll be a really good match, and Orton will win. Don't think it'll be the spectacular RKO of last year on Punk, but it'll be something good. Alright, Intercontinental title, Big Show and Cody Rhodes. They've actually really done a good job building this feud. I get a kick out of the Big Show moments, the blunders at WrestleMania. Cody's done a really good job. And there's no reason to have Big Show win. No reason for Big Show to win. Cody has to win, has to keep the Intercontinental title. And finally, for the love of God, the Intercontinental title gets defended at WrestleMania again. Start making that title mean something. That title used to be the second best title in the company, and now it's pretty much worthless. At least Cody's been doing a good job as champion. So Cody should win. There's no reason to have Big Show as the Intercontinental champion. Why? Why would they do that? As Mikey the Awesome said, our buddy Mikey, Big Show, nobody's favorite wrestler. And that's the smartest thing he's ever said. And he said a lot of stupid things. So Mikey, you're right about that. Cody Rhodes should win. Now the world title match, Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. My boy Sheamus. Finally, in the last couple of years, the Royal Rumble winner hasn't done anything at WrestleMania. And I think that's going to end this year. Sheamus is going to beat Bryan. They've had Sheamus win the Royal Rumble. They're not going to have him get derailed and lose to Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. I just don't see it. I think Bryan has been pretty good as champion. It's that typical heel run. If you've noticed, with all the heel champions, they really don't seem to win anything clean. They don't really win a lot. I mean, they win a lot, but they don't win clean a lot. Sheamus' 2 title runs were kind of pathetic. I don't think he won a match at all clean, except that one time against Zack Ryder. That was a great match. But I think Sheamus is going to win. Hopefully, I'm hoping the championship matches and the double main event get at least 20 minutes, because I think Sheamus and Bryan can put on a really, really good match, and Sheamus will win. So he's going to be the new world champion, and hopefully he gets a good title run. He's a face this time, so he'll probably get a good run, and hopefully Bryan doesn't get sent back down to the bottom, because I think he's a really good heel. The yes, I get a kick out of that every time. So he's done a good job. Alright, CM Punk and Chris Jericho. As much as I would love Jericho to win, because if he won, he'd probably stay around after Mania a lot, I don't think so. I think he's leaving again after WrestleMania. So this match is going to be phenomenal. You know it's going to be phenomenal. It'll probably steal the show. Punk and Jericho should get at least 20, hopefully 20 minutes. They should get more. I could watch that match all day. Punk should win. Punk should retain. And he's getting a pretty nice run as WWE Champion. But there's no way Jericho's going to win. Unless there's something that we don't know. That from all what I understand and everyone I've talked to, they think Jericho's gone after WrestleMania shortly thereafter. Maybe he wins and drops the title at the next pay-per-view, but I highly doubt it. I think Punk's going to win. And they didn't really build this feud up for that long. And a lot of these feuds, if you've noticed, haven't been physical. The Rock and Cena haven't really fought ever. You know, a couple of rock bottoms. One at Survivor Series. You know, they haven't really fought, which is good. I hate when they do that. Like the Raw before a pay-per-view, it'll be two guys who are fighting at WrestleMania will wrestle or in a tag team match. It's so stupid. They haven't done that. Neither with Jericho. Jericho hasn't even been on Raw the last few weeks. He's been on the Titantron. I think is really good, and it's made it personal. So that's going to be phenomenal. I think Punk will win in a really good match. And then my favorite match of the night. This is going to be the best match, I feel. Triple H and The Undertaker, Hell in a Cell. Shawn Michaels is guest referee. The only way I agree with Shawn Michaels being the guest referee is if it sets up a match next year that's either a triple threat match, Undertaker, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels, which I doubt will happen, or Shawn Michaels versus Triple H, which is being rumored to be the main event for next year, which I will be at WrestleMania 29, which would be amazing. But I feel like if they're not setting that up for next year, then there's really no reason to have him in there, other than to add another star to the pay-per-view. I feel like that match is going to be amazing anyway. Shawn Michaels only takes away from it unless they're building towards something next year. And I see it going one of two ways. This is what I would do if I was building the feud for Triple H versus Shawn Michaels next year. I would just have The Undertaker win normally. Just win clean. I don't think Shawn Michaels should screw Triple H or anything. Just have Undertaker win clean, and then either the next night or who knows whenever the hell down the road, have Triple H be mad that Shawn Michaels counted his shoulders down because he thought, you know, they had something that they were going to end the streak together, whatever, and then start the feud that way. I really don't want Shawn Michaels to screw Triple H or something like that. I don't know how it's going to end. I really don't. Undertaker will win. The streak's not going to end. The streak should never end, especially to Triple H. I mean, if the streak ended to some up-and-coming guy who could really benefit from it, that's one thing, but there's no reason to have Triple H end the streak when Triple H's career is just about as over as The Undertaker's is. But hopefully Shawn Michaels doesn't really have much of an influence in the match, in the finish. And hopefully Undertaker pins Triple H. I hated the finish last year where he tapped out. You give this whole spiel about how you just live to beat the streak, and then you tap out. I hope Undertaker pins him, and I hope they don't end the match going, well, I can't believe what Shawn Michaels just did and stuff like that. Just have him be the referee, call it down the middle, have him count Triple H's shoulders down, and then start the feud that way, of how Triple H is pissed off that Shawn Michaels actually counted his shoulders down and didn't help him win. So yeah, Undertaker will win 20-0, obvious. And then the main event, which will not be the best match of the night. There's no way this will be better than the Hell in a Cell. Or probably the Jericho-Punk match. Or probably the Sheamus-Bryan match. But it's been a friggin' year. I was there last year at the Raw after WrestleMania when they made this match. I thought it was nuts, making it a year in advance. But it's a Twitter world now, and Twitter really helped keep this feud going. The Rock and John Cena. I will tell you right now, I don't care. I'm 25. I'm a man. And I like John Cena. I hate The Rock. Because I feel like everything The Rock says about John Cena is just stupid and childish. Like, he makes fun of how he looks and how he dresses and all the products he has. But what John Cena says about The Rock is true. You leave, you don't come back for 7 years, yet you come back and say, you love the business and I'm never leaving again. And then you leave again. Fuck you, Rock. The last 3 or 4 weeks, his promos have been god-awful. I'm telling you, John Cena comes out in 2 minutes, cuts a great promo that gets to the point, and The Rock goes out there for 20 minutes, blabbles, and puts me to sleep. Like, the singing, when he sung, I pulled a gun out and almost shot myself in the face. It was horrible. I hate The Rock. I hate everything that he is. John Cena is real to me. He says he loves wrestling. He'll always be a wrestler, and he'll always be there. He doesn't want to go to Hollywood, and he's absolutely right with everything he says about The Rock. The Rock's just a little bitch. He got a taste of Hollywood, and he bolted. I don't know how many interviews I read in the 7 years. Yeah, I love wrestling, but I'm not going back. And now that The Rock came back, God knows what he's getting paid for this. I mean, don't tell me that you love wrestling. Fuck yourself. John Cena loves wrestling. He's never going to leave. And The Rock's not even a good actor. As far as I'm concerned, he's not that good. So, yeah, I mark out when he comes out, because it's still cool to see him back. I love the old Rock. I don't love this Rock. And tell me he's not on steroids. I mean, are you kidding me? The dude's friggin' jacked. Like, he wasn't that way at all when he was actually wrestling, but now that he's not in the company, like, I think he's on roids. But I am on Team John Cena. If John Cena doesn't win, I will riot. There's no reason to have, as John Cena correctly stated, a visitor come in and beat John Cena. That serves no purpose. I don't understand why. I mean, nobody's really gonna... It's not like John Cena is really gonna benefit from beating The Rock. He's already a friggin' superstar. But there's no reason to have The Rock come in here, wrestle twice in the last 7 years, once at Survivor Series, once at WrestleMania, and then beat John Cena and make the face of the company look bad. There's no way Cena can lose. Unless... Well, there's been a rumor that The Miz was going to screw one of the two guys, but now he's on Team Laurinaitis, so hopefully this match doesn't end with some stupid... somebody like The Miz coming in and screwing John Cena. Because I could see The Rock winning with somebody screwing John Cena, but I just can't see John Cena getting pinned by The Rock clean. There's just no way Cena's going to lose. I don't have any words to describe if Cena lost. I would fucking flip out. And I hate all the people on Twitter and in the crowd you see going along laughing at The Rock. The Rock's a friggin' douchebag. He left. He left. For 7 years. He wrestled one time at WrestleMania 20 in 7 years. Are you kidding me? Stone Cold Steve Austin retired because he couldn't wrestle anymore. Yet he still came back, even though he was doing all those other stupid acting roles. He still came back. The Rock distanced himself from wrestling. Like, if you want to do something else, fine, but don't fucking patronize me and tell me you love it. John Cena's real to me. He says everything that I believe about The Rock to be true, and then The Rock just makes fun of Cena's jean shorts and his Fruity Pebble colored shirts. Like, great job, Rock. 5th grade. So, this WrestleMania is going to be friggin' awesome. I'm watching it with Wrestling Heel Fan 94, my brother, and Mikey the Awesome. We're going to get Taco Bell / Pizza Hut. It's going to be awesome. We'll probably watch in my room on a big TV. We're really excited. The dark. I didn't even talk about the dark match. I could really care less. I have no idea. Epico and Primo will probably retain. At least I get to see Rosa, who's freaking hot. But I think this WrestleMania is going to be the best one we've ever seen. If they give it enough time, if they give each title match like 10 minutes, I don't want that. I want like 20, 20, 20, 20, 20 for the 5 big matches. The 2 title matches, Cena and The Rock, the Hell in a Cell match, and then Randy Orton and Kane. Randy Orton and Kane probably won't get even close to 20 minutes, but the big 4 I just named, they should get 20 minutes. 20, 40, 60, that's an hour, and then 20 minutes for 4 matches. And then you get the rest of the show. It's a friggin' 4-hour pay-per-view. Give the matches some time. I'm begging you. And that whole Vince Twitter meeting was about making this the social media event of the year. It had nothing about go out there and have a great match. I don't care about the social media event of the year, Vince. I want good wrestling. I want matches that are longer than 5 minutes at WrestleMania. And you didn't fill the card with 14 matches, 8 of which suck and nobody cares about. These are all good matches that should get some time. So hopefully we all get what we want to see actual wrestling, and not just 5-10 minute matches that are stupid and pointless. Like last year, having the core, I think it was the core, get buried in 2 minutes. I mean, I'm pissed off. I was at last year's WrestleMania, and that sucked compared to this WrestleMania. Last year had 2 matches that I would pay to go see again. Punk, Orton, and obviously Triple H, Undertaker. That was it. The rest of the pay-per-view was fucking worthless. This year is friggin' amazing. So they better give them time, and I swear to God, John Cena better win. That's all I'm saying. So thanks for watching. Try to get me to 100 subscribers so I can do this stupid room tour that my brother keeps hounding me about. I have a ton new figures and new posters and whatnot. And just tell your friends to subscribe to me, even if they don't care. It just looks cool to have 100 subscribers and so on, whatever. And spread the word. And if you subscribe to me, let me know. I'd be willing, absolutely, to subscribe back and meet new people in the internet wrestling community. So stay tuned for our WrestleMania reaction video after the pay-per-view, and I'll see you then.